Hello, this is video recording of my hallway track talk which I gave earlier this year in San Francisco during HashiConf. Let's get started. First of all, what is HUG? HUG is short form for HashiCorp User Group. My name is Anton Babenka and I'm trying to stay pretty active with different activities related to HashiCorp, AWS, DevOps, and in particular I'm organizing HUG events, AWS meetups, DevOps Norway meetups, DevOps Days Oslo, and some of you may know me as an active contributor and maintainer of Terraform AWS modules. I'm also working on different projects related to Terraform, and they will be announced pretty soon. I'm pretty excited. So, back in 2017, we had just 27 countries, and there were a little bit more than 8,000 members. Fast forward to 2018, we have almost doubled number of members, and number of countries and cities increased dramatically. So why organize HUGs? Well, the first reason for that is that it's a pretty cool way of actually learning and socializing with people, because you're actually doing real use cases. You are going to cover different things related to practical usage of different HashiCorp tools, and actually going to be covering various advanced topics. For me, this sounds pretty cool. So how to make HUG interesting? Well, first of all, and very important, is that you put humans first. Even if companies sponsor something and provide venue or provide food, you still need attendees. So put humans first is really important. And when you know your audience, you can really adjust your meetup and make it really interesting for them. There are different ways and different formats how you can make this meetup interesting. First of all, and most frequently, is that you will organize normal talks. Something like half hour to 40 minutes, when you will talk about different HashiCorp products, different features, different releases, and so on. Second type is workshop, where you pick one specific interesting product or different products and try to teach people by actually getting hands dirty and implement something. Another way of making meetup interesting is by organizing lightning talks, which is something like 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes of someone talking about interesting things which he wants to share with the rest of people. Usually it is different open source projects or different edge cases or different problem which they were solving, very specific. And another one is open discussions, where discussion started with raising a problem and then everyone is open and everyone can say something about it, how they deal with it, how they would solve it, and so on. The last format which I know about is keeping it real. As I usually call it, is bring your own problem. For me, this is the most interesting format because I really like to see real situations, how people struggle with different things, what kind of problems they have, and by bringing them a chance to share their problem with the rest of attendees and with me, we can actually discuss it and we usually come up to some solutions. I have few advices how to actually make meetup interesting. First of all is plan ahead. I try to plan it at least 2-3 months ahead. And Katie, who is responsible for HUG from HashiCorp, she knows about this pretty well. So I try to stress her 2-3 months in advance and tell her what I'm going to do. And by mixing different types of travels, it's also a good idea to get most of HUGs organizing. For example, if I travel to different cities for different conference or for different business things, then I usually try to organize HashiCorp user group meetup there and share information which I want to share with the rest of people. Sometimes it's very helpful to actually piggyback on different existing user groups and for example, if HashiCorp user group is not so well established in your area, you may contact different related groups like AWS or Azure and tell them that you're going to talk about these interesting things. Can they actually promote, or maybe they can provide venue, or maybe they can connect you with interesting people so that you actually get going and spread the word spread the word about your meetup. And one of the last advice which I want to give you is very important. It's actually show something unknown. Why people should appear on your meetup in first place? Well, if you would tell them that you will show something what they don't know, there is high chance that they will actually show up and they will be excited. So let's look into how to get started. We already have a dedicated Slack organization for Hug organizers. So you should join that one, and Katie and me and Melissa and a few other people are eager to help you with different practicalities. Cloudflare is a great food sponsor if you have difficulties to find a food sponsor for your initial meetup, or maybe not initial meetup, but still have some food challenges. So Cloudflare has a dedicated program for that. Just Google for it. Also, there is a quick start guide how to plan hugs. Well, I told you that there has to be something what you should tell to your attendees, otherwise they will be pretty skeptical to appear in first place. So here is it. In February 2019, we'd like to have all-day HashiTalks, which will be 24 hours lightning talks and normal talks, totally driven by the community. So that's it for now. And thanks for listening. If you have any questions or you want to talk about Hug or HashiCorp products or anything like that, feel free to reach me on this. Bye.